Okay, Real Steel, or some people are going to probably refer to it as Rock'em Sock'em Robots, the movie. In this, Wolverine, or Batman if you're Dolph Ziggler, essentially plays a... It's a fairly stereotypical kind of, a horrible absentee father who finds out that the woman who had his child, just recently passed. And then there's that sort of weird kind of, yeah, I really don't want the kid. Kid kind of wants to spend some time, first time ever with his father. And they somewhat bond in the world of initially underground, illegal robot boxing. I know it sounds really cliche, because, Wolverine was a former boxer who went to the sport of robotic boxing. He's not very good at it. And he owes lots of people a lot of money. So, ironically, this is essentially a robot boxing movie with a bit of the pseudo-clichéic, absentee father and son coming to grips and then eventually kind of growing to love and respect each other. So that's kind of cliche. It's actually not bad. All things considered, in robot boxing, the way they do it, it's done ridiculously over the top. When people come down to the ring, there's a lot of flair. There's a lot of, there's a lot of other things going on beyond just the two robots really beating the crap out of each other. I read some early reviews. People went, "Would people really get into robot boxing?" Apparently, that person never remembered BattleBots. You have to show on Comedy Central where robots fought each other. Also where Grant Imahara really made his name, as you know him now on Mythbusters. And ironically, during the ending fight, because of course this is also one of those stories where it's, they find this robot in a junkyard. And then build them all the way up to, of course, become this huge contender for the title. So you kind of have a little bit of, all those absentee father movies, kind of with almost like a little bit of your standard, underdog boxing shtick, but with robots. During the final battle, theater, people are actually clapping. Because actually, it does have a decent amount of emotion to it. Two robots essentially beating the nuts and bolts out of each other. The father-son story is decently heartwarming. I walked in there going, I just want to see two robots beat the crap out of each other. And I left going, I got to see two robots fight. And I got to see, Hugh Jackman actually put on a pretty decent acting performance. The cast is kept very, very small. Which is good because people get enough development to have them be slightly beyond two-dimensional. Hugh Jackman and the kid, decent chemistry. Does the kid get annoying every now and then? Yeah, but that's kind of what the kid's in there for. All in all, I'll be honest, I left pleasantly surprised. I walked in there going, okay, I want to see robots fighting. That's it. But they blended it in actually fairly well with the father-son traveling story. I taken the robot from essentially like underground boxing, and they show one of the first underground ones, and it's very much that more urban vibe. And then the other one they go to has a really, really distinct punk vibe. So robots fight in the following areas. During a state fair, surrounded by cowboys. In an urban area, surrounded primarily by, thugs and punks. And then to a zoo, surrounded by essentially rednecks and punks. So apparently, everybody loves robot boxing. The robots done very well. Nice over the top. The ending fight between, Adam and Zeus. Actually, really, really decently choreographed fight. But then again, who did the choreography? But Sugar Ray Leonard. So when an actual boxer is helping to do the choreography for boxing robots, it's actually done really well. So I went in there really not thinking much for this movie. And I'll be honest, I left kind of going, that was actually a really, really solid movie. No pun intended.